Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to another episode of Your Soul Essentials. Today we are diving deep into Gene Key 25, one of the most profound and heart-centered gene keys. This gene key takes us on a journey from deep suffering and emotional constriction to the highest embodiment of unconditional love and divine trust. If you have ever felt disconnected from love, struggled with emotional wounds, or longed to experience a sense of inner peace beyond external circumstances, then this episode is for you. We will explore in this episode what Gene Keys 25 is and its transformational path, its astrological connection and meaning for the different planet alignments, fixed stars that enhance its energy and their influence, how this gene key has a link to Galactic Astrology, essential oils to help navigate this beautiful energy, and mantras to support the embodiment of Gene Keys 25 highest expression. So take a deep breath, open your heart, and let's dive in. What is Gene Key 25? The Gene Key 25 is known as the key of universal love and moves through 3 levels of frequency. We have the level of shadow. It means constriction, and in this state, the heart feels closed off due to fear, trauma, or emotional wounds. It manifests as a lack of trust in life, resistant to love, and deep emotional pain. This is where we feel isolated, disconnected, and fearful of vulnerability. Constriction often creates emotional numbness or a protective wall around the heart, making it hard to truly give or receive love. And there we have the frequency of gift. It is acceptance. And as we evolve, we begin to trust in the divine unfolding of life. We accept both joy and suffering as essential parts of our spiritual growth. This is where true inner peace begins to emerge as we stop resisting what is and allow ourselves to be held by life. Acceptance brings a sense of divine neutrality, where we no longer judge experiences as good or bad, but simply allow them to be. And there we have the next level, Siddhi. In this case, it is universal love. At the highest level, this gene key blossoms into pure, unconditional love. Here, love is not something we seek, but something we embody and radiate effortlessly. We no longer fear suffering or separation because we recognize our oneness with all creation. This level mirrors Christ consciousness, divine grace, and enlightened presence. And overall, this gene key teaches us that love is not transactional. It is the fundamental truth of our existence. The more we let go of our resistance, the more we realize that we are love itself. What is the astrological connection? How does fit Gene Key 25 in the different planet alignments? Gene Key 25 aligns with 1 degree till 7 degree Aries, a placement that speaks to spiritual courage, self-discovery, and the raw, unfiltered experience of love. Now let's explore how this gene key influences different planetary placements. With the Sun in Gene Key 25, your identity and purpose are deeply rooted in the expression of universal love and inner truth. You are here to radiate compassion simply by being yourself, serving as a living embodiment of heart-centered authenticity. Your life may include significant spiritual trials that awaken your capacity for unconditional love. With your moon in Gene Key 25, this placement reflects a soul with profound emotional sensitivity and a deep need to feel safe in love. Your journey involves releasing inherited emotional constriction and embracing inner peace. When the moon activates Gene Key 25, the path of acceptance often unfolds through familial dynamics and nurturing others with empathy. With Mercury here, your thoughts, speech, and learning style revolve around the themes of divine trust, simplicity, and heart-based communication. Your words have the power to soften defenses and open hearts. Learning to speak from vulnerability rather than defensiveness is a key part of your evolution. With your Venus in Gene Key 25, it invites a journey of learning how to love without expectation. Your relationships serve as a powerful mirrors for accepting yourself and others exactly as they are. You may attract deep soulmates or karmic partners who challenge your ability to stay open-hearted amid difficulty. With your Mars in Gene Key 25, your actions and desires are motivated by a need to experience love in its rawest form. Mars here often brings lessons in asserting the heart's truth while learning to transform ego-driven impulses into compassionate strength. Courage becomes an expression of kindness rather than control. With a placement in Jupiter, it blesses you with the ability to expand into greater levels of spiritual generosity and wisdom. Your life brings opportunities to teach or share heart-centered truth. Jupiter encourages you to trust the larger cycles of life, embracing faith over fear. Your Saturn in Gene Key 25 brings a lifelong lesson of developing emotional resilience. Early life may include limitations around love, rejection, or abandonment, but through these trials you gain maturity and the capacity to offer unwavering love to others. With your Uranus in Gene Key 25, it can bring sudden awakenings, breakthroughs, or shocks that open your heart in radical ways. You are here to break free from traditional ideas of what love should look like, often living or loving unconventionally with a deep spiritual awareness. Your Neptune in Gene Key 25, it activates mystical love, divine compassion, and spiritual longing. You may be deeply drawn to meditative, creative, or devotional practices that help you merge with the divine. There is a dreamlike, transcendent quality to your love that inspires others. With your Pluto on Gene Key 25, it brings deep transformation and catharsis around the themes of love and trust. Lifetimes of soul evolution converge in this placement, requiring you to release control and surrender into grace. Your presence carries the potential to initiate others into heart awakening through your own example. Your North Node in Gene Key 25, it means that your soul path is to journey from fear into full surrender. You are learning how to live from the heart, embody divine acceptance, and release any identification with victimhood. As you walk this path, your presence alone becomes medicine for others. If Chiron is placed in Gene Key 25, it reveals a core soul wound around trust, abandonment, or emotional constriction. This placement challenges you to move beyond early wounding by embracing radical self-acceptance and becoming a vessel of healing love for others. It carries a strong shamanic undertone. By embracing your pain, you become a compassionate guide for others' heart awakenings. And last but not least, when Gene Key 25 is activated through Lilith, it illuminates themes of rejected love, emotional exile, and the power of fierce vulnerability. Lilith here encourages the integration of raw emotional truth, allowing love to flow without delusion, performance, or fear. There is a wild, untamed aspect of love that longs to be seen, accepted, and celebrated. Gene Key 25 is supported and amplified by stellar influences that guide its journey from constriction to divine love. Fixed stars near the Aries segment provide subtle but powerful cosmic frequencies that shape the soul's evolution. The fixed star Aldebaran in the Cephas constellation, or is called Alpha Cephei, at 2 degrees in Aries. This star is known as a star of noble leadership and celestial alignment. Aldebaran offers a stabilizing spiritual compass. It brings a quiet strength to those on the path of heart-centered service. Its energy supports the embodiment of inner authority through love and equanimity, helping us remain aligned with divine purpose even in times of emotional struggle. The fixed star Shiad in the Pegasus constellation is at 29 degrees of Pisces. It is near the range, and although technically within the late Pisces, Shiad often influences Aries-born energies. It is associated with deep introspection, sensitivity, and soul-testing experiences. Known for its challenging nature, this star activates spiritual depth through suffering, urging us to transcend personal pain and embrace compassion as the response to adversity. It aligns closely with the Siddhi of Universal Love. And then we have another star, Beten Kaitos, in the Cetus constellation at 20 degrees Aries nearby. While further along in Aries, Beten Kaitos brings the theme of departure and letting go, mirroring the surrender required to move from fear to trust. It symbolizes the passage through life's trials and emotional storms, acting as a cosmic encouragement to surrender to the current of divine flow. These stars influence Gene Key 25 by emphasizing soul refinement, spiritual maturity, and cosmic initiation. If you have natal placement near these stars, you may be a carrier of divine heart codes, destined to walk the path of love through both inner transformation and outer service. From a galactic perspective, Gene Key 25 acts as a trans-dimensional portal into the frequency of divine love and remembrance. It resonates with the vibrational teachings of several galactic civilizations who have mastered the heart's intelligence. There is a Pleiadian influence, and the Pleiadian supports the awakening of the divine feminine and emotional healing. Their teachings brings soft but powerful frequencies that reconnect us with innocence, joy, and tenderness. They activate the heart chakra and teach that vulnerability is strength. There is also a Sirian frequency, and Sirius is linked to the Christ consciousness, spiritual discipline, and soul remembrance. Those with Gene Key 25 in resonance with Sirius may feel called to serve the collective through unconditional love, sacred service, and devotional action. This influence sharpens one's moral compass and promotes service to humanity as an act of divine union. And there is also an Andromedan energy. The Andromedans support emotional sovereignty and multidimensional liberation. This frequency encourages us to let go of judgment and mental rigidity, and instead embrace love as free-flowing, all-encompassing state of being. Those with a connection here often feel called to liberate others from emotional repression and societal conditioning. And there is also a Lyran energy. The Lyrans bring the energy of soul integrity and creative authenticity. They assist in aligning love with truth and boldness, helping us express divine love without losing our individuality or voice. Galactic Astrology reminds us that Gene Key 25 is not just personal, it's cosmic. Its vibration serves as a bridge between dimensions, helping anchor higher love into the dense emotional matrix of Earth. Starseeds who resonate with this gene key often serve as emissaries of heart-centered frequency, emotional liberation, and divine remembrance. And as always, I have a few essential oils to work with this beautiful energy of Gene Key 25. Essential oils can be deeply supportive allies as we journey from constriction into openness and trust. When working with Gene Key 25, we want to use oils that nurture the heart, soothe the nervous system, and anchor us in divine presence. The rose oil, known as the oil of divine love, rose opens the heart to receive and give love unconditionally. It is deeply comforting in times of grief, heartache, or loneliness. You can also use sandalwood. This is a sacred oil that fosters inner stillness spiritual devotion, and deep trust. It gently clears emotional tension and centers the soul. If you like more frankincense, this is an oil that is ideal for emotional and spiritual integration. It calms the breath, deepens your meditation, and helps release outdated emotional patterns. You can also use the oil of jasmine. And jasmine offers warmth and sensuality while encouraging emotional expression and self-acceptance. It reminds us also of our inherent beauty. And then we have ylang ylang. It balances masculine and feminine energies in the heart. It supports emotional release and childlike joy. How do you use the essential oils? You can apply it over the heart center or on pulse points during meditation or breath work. You can add the oils to a diffuser when reflecting, journaling, or invoking higher love. Or you can use it in a warm bath with Epsom salts to help clear emotional residue and deepen surrender. Here are some mantras for Gene Key 25 for anchoring love through words. Mantras are frequency activators. They remind the body and soul of what is already true. Here are a few mantras to support the embodiment of universal love. I am love. I am held. And I am safe to open. Or, I trust in the divine timing of my life. Or, my heart is infinite. I'll allow love to flow freely. Or, through acceptance, I become a beacon of peace. And the last one, there is nothing to resist. All is unfolding in divine grace. Repeat these aloud or silently during your morning ritual, in nature, or whenever you feel disconnected from love. Let the vibration soften your inner landscape. Gene Key 25 is not a path of perfection. It is a path of presence. It reminds us that we are never truly separate from love. Even in our deepest constriction, the seed of divine acceptance lives within us, waiting to bloom. As we choose to open again and again, especially when it is hard, we embody the sacred medicine of this gene key, what it's offering. That love is not something to earn or prove, but something we return to again and again with each breath. If today's episode touched your heart or offered a new perspective, I'd be so grateful if you subscribe, leave a review, or share it with a fellow traveler. Your presence in this community is part of a growing wave of heart-led souls returning to love, and I am honored to walk alongside you. Stay tuned for the next episode, where we will explore another gene key and the multidimensional wisdom it holds for our healing and expansion. Until then, may you live and lead from the quiet power of your heart. Shanti Ishta, and thank you.